Hello, everyone. We want to make sure that we can hear properly. So if you are in the comments, let us know if you can hear us. If you are in the comment section, gracias.
Hello, hello.
Hi. Guys, if you are watching us live before we jump in, please let us know if you can hear us. Jen says yes. Perfect. Okay, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to VGIRLTV. I am so glad to have you guys back. You know, we go live on Tuesdays, okay? Oh, wow. Hi, Renee. Hi, Amazing Oski. I'm so excited, guys. I'm so excited. I'm hearing like chimes. Okay, you can hear
Can
me
you
loud and
raise a
clear?
little bit your volume?
A little bit. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Okay, perfect. Okay, so
thank you.
let's get into the video before we jump into the meat because there's still people that's coming in. So we're gonna go in and let's give a shout out to the sponsor. The sponsor of this live is Fuff. You know we have to pay the bills around here. Okay, so let's play the disclaimer and get the sponsors out of the way, and then we're good to go. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances made for the fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair. All topics are for entertainment purposes only. None of the information presented in this video or by VGIRL TV should be taken as fact. Every situation is based on personal experience. Squad, you guys know that I'm trying to lose this baby weight, but you guys know I love a good snack. That's why I eat Puff, a line of puff that tastes so good. They come in 5 different flavors. My favorite is grocery store cheddar. You guys can grab yours by checking out their website using discount code SNAP15. Discount on me. Hello guys, okay, welcome back to my canal de YouTube. Today we have a special guest and her name is Derika Bulgin. Is it Bulgin or Bulgin? I want to make sure I'm saying it right.
Bulgin.
Okay, Dedica Bulgin. Dedica, let me give you guys a background on how I actually met Dedica. Dedica is actually a makeup artist, and she is actually my mother's makeup artist. Yes, my mother has a makeup artist. Okay. When she's not harassing me, because she knows that I'm done with her and her makeup, so she said, you know what? I'm gonna hire my own makeup artist, so I don't have to ask you anymore. So Dedica does her makeup, and that's how I ended up getting in contact with Dedica through my mom. Of course, you know, she knows everybody, okay? She knows everyone. So today's topic, and it's something that I wanted to talk about for a very long time, and I feel like Dedica would have been the right person to do this because she is a makeup artist. She deals with a lot of women here in Panama. But before we get into the meat of this, let's ask Dedica some questions, okay? Dedica, first of all, how long have you been doing makeup for?
I've been doing makeup. I'm beginning 1994, 1995,
Mm-hmm.
but legally I started at 1997. So it's
Mm-hmm.
20 something years doing makeup here in Panama. I
Wow.
start with the magazine Revista Ellas, and
Yes, I know that
then
magazine.
yes, and then they hire me for Fashion Week Panama. I
Mm-hmm.
do Fashion Week Panama 19 years backstage. So Macrofest, and now um, accessorizing Cryland and Gloria Quintana makeup.
what made you actually start doing makeup? Because I know that from what I remember, makeup really wasn't a big thing back then. So, being as though that you were doing makeup for so long, what made you actually decide to get into makeup versus doing hair? Because everybody always want a blower y plancha. So, what
Yeah, I
made
know.
you decide to go into makeup instead of hair?
Okay, thank you for that question. First of all, my inspiration was my mother because she used to work as a nurse assistant in Hospital Santo Tomas, and she always used red lipstick. She always take care of her hair. She always smells so good, and she inspired me. Really, she's my inspiration. Then I really started this about the makeup business as a hobby. It was a hobby, just just to have fun.
Uh huh.
But I never realized that it was going to take me to this lot of places like the magazines, traveling. I never I never figured it out that I was going to be up to a magazine or Fashion Week Panama. But I used to work. I used to work until 2020 at Copa Airlines. I started as a crew member, and then I ended as a operation coordinator. And then the pandemic made me realize that I have it to take care of my business. In 2019, I opened my little studio. And in 2018, I started with my brand, Lashes brand. And now I have a lot of accessories for girls to do makeup. And I realized that I have to still working with what God gives me in my hands. So here I am.
She says it's a little studio, but her studio is very beautiful, guys. I
Oh,
am
thank
going to.
you.
It is. I tagged her on. If you follow me on Instagram at IMV Monroe, I actually tagged her. So if you guys are interested, or if you are in Panama and you want to get your makeup done for whatever reason, you guys can definitely contact her. But one of the things that I actually wanted to get into is the standard of beauty here in Panama. Okay. And the reason why, and I'm just going to give you my experience of what I experienced um, with makeup in buying makeup in Panama. I noticed that when I go to certain stores that is not American stores. So let's say I go to Stevens, I go to Arrocha, I go to Machetazo. There is no makeup, the
For black
proper
women.
makeup for black women. Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Why is that?
First of all, I think we have to talk with these enterprises that they are the, I'm think them guilty about in a kind of way discriminate our skin.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's the way I saw it because I'm traveling a lot. In every place that I go, every country, there's always makeup for black women, especially in the United States.
Yes. Okay. Somebody wanted to ask you a question. It
Yes.
says here, Amazing Oski says, Dedica, have you ever encountered a client or a client's family telling you not to use dark people's makeup? And that's a really good question.
Not to use a dark people makeup.
Like, for example,
No.
I have this store, and it doesn't have to be like now, but maybe before. I have encountered women saying, "Yo no quiero ese maquillaje, es muy oscuro. I don't want that. I don't want that makeup because it's too dark for my skin. It's too dark." And it's really that's the color of their skin. So then they go ahead and then they go buy makeup that's light, and then when they take a picture, they end up looking like a ghost. So
Yes.
have you ever experienced that?
Well, the experience that I have with dark skin is is the contrary, es contrario.
Mhm.
Okay, is my customers, they are always scared to be white with the makeup. They look so clear with the makeup.
Mhm.
People them people always say no, Derika is the one who can do makeup for black women. It's not
Yes.
about doing makeup for black women. It's about understanding the composition of skins.
Mhm.
That's the most important. I can do anywhere, anybody makeup, any kind of skin. I love skins, but the most important is to understand the subtones and the compositions of the skin. So answering the question of the guest, um, is now with this technique about the contour, some of them say no, I don't want it to see too dark or too dark. And so sometimes I say no, I'm starting and then it's gonna be blended.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
then they see the results and they say okay, it's why it's nice. But never happens those things to me. Really don't it's not something often.
One of the things that I do want to touch base on is the fact that I know you said you worked for a magazine, and I know
Hmm.
I don't know about now because I haven't looked through that magazine in a very long time, but I noticed with that magazine they don't really have black women in the magazines. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, the owners, the marketing, the people that's in charge of the marketing, I think
Mhm.
they don't have. Panama have a problem,
Mhm. Let's get into it.
and I have to tell to say it. I have to say it right now. We act sometimes like Indians.
Mhm.
I don't insulting Indians, but sometimes we are ignorant about the skins. How sometimes they they say I don't like how she dressed. I don't like how she have her hair done. I have it those kind of problem. I have it my natural hair,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
in my work they didn't like my afro.
Mhm.
It was very sad. They obligate me to use a wig because they didn't like my afro.
Mhm.
And I have four types of hair, and I have it to like to stop about that. Still have my afro, but I just when I wanted to
Blow it.
be make it done, I just straight it. And in Panama, the problem is about the culture. It's about the people. It's about education. It's about respect. It's about values. It's a it's a lot of together that we have to stop. We have to stop. And I really appreciate and I want to thank you for this initiative of making these kind of streams of YouTube or this kind of interview because we we have to open our eyes. We have to stop all culture,
So, I'm
but
sorry.
we as a black people, we sometimes we get on with other black people. I don't know if you ever
Mhm.
um,
Mhm. Yes.
have it those kind of experience because I do have it. those there are people that say, no, you're black, but you light skin. Your skin is light, but
Choma
that doesn't matter.
blanca. Yes.
You choma
Yes.
blanca, as you
Uh-huh.
have this, and it's not about the color of your skin,
Yes.
because all of us have the same color on our blood. We are red. We have a red blood, and we have hearts, and we have feelings. So we have to now stop. There are a lot of people say, "Oh, tú mejoraste la raza." Why you want to say that I
She made the
get
race
better
better.
my roots? Why you want to tell me that I get better my roots? That's not that's not the way. If I get my baby with a light skinned man or a white man, that doesn't matter.
Oh my
But
God, yes.
we we are like, you mejoraste la raza because tu hijo tiene el pelo más suave. Your son have a soft hair. I
You see, I said this last week, and when I said this last week, there was
can
someone
listen
that's
to you.
also. Can you hear me
I can
now?
listen.
Can you hear me?
It's a little bit low.
It's low. Hold on. Let me turn up the volume.
Yeah.
You hear me now? Can you guys hear me?
I don't know why I cannot listen to you clearly.
Um, there is a lot of comments that's coming in, but I do want to say this, guys. If you can hear me, let me know. If you can hear me, let
I can't
me.
listen to you. It's too low.
Okay, let me turn it up. Can you hear me now?
Now, yes. Now, yes.
Okay. Okay, so I had spoke about this last week when we were talking about um, why in Panama negregan mucho. Okay, it's always
Yes.
an issue with being black. And just to go back a little bit, so you guys know what Dedica is talking about. When I reached out to Dedica and asked her if she could come on the platform, I had, because everybody always wants to know like what am I doing, right? So for me, for those of you who do not know and you just come in, you just started following me like yesterday or whatever the case may be. I am a Panamanian American. My parents are Panamanian. My whole family is Panamanian. And I always, growing up, had a problem fitting in. I couldn't fit in with Americans, and I couldn't fit in. I couldn't fit in with Americans in America because they say, "Well, you're not really American because your family is not American, so you're not really American." And then when you come to Panama, you get, well, you're not really Panamanian because you were born in America. So you don't know really where you fit in, right? But growing up, my mom always sent me back to Panama. And they always instilled Panamanian culture in me. So that is something that I've always grown up with. If you ask me, I always say I'm Panamanian. Nobody can tell me nothing different. But one of the things that I've
Yeah.
always wanted to do is make a platform so that I can open up a platform for other people. There's so much talent in Panama, especially Afro Panamanian people. There's tons and tons of talent, and I feel like they always get overlooked, right? When you look at the news, not the newspaper, I'm sorry. When you look at magazines, when you look at the music videos, when you look at everything, you always see everyone else that doesn't look like me or Derika. If you Google beautiful Panamanian woman in Google, and a matter of fact, I'm gonna actually share it with you so you guys can see it because I don't want you guys to think that I'm making this up. Um, I'm gonna share my screen with you. If you go into Google, right, and you Google beautiful beautiful Panamanian women. My nails are making me spell so bad. Look what comes up.
E-
The first
Uh-huh.
thing the first thing that comes up, this is what you see. Okay? I think that, did you guys see it on the screen?
No,
Oh, okay. Sorry. Let me share it again.
now
Beautiful
yes.
Panamanian woman. Okay. This is the first thing that you see when it comes up. Okay. When you go into image, this is what you see as beautiful Panamanian woman. You don't see anybody that looks like me or you, and that really bothers me. Okay, so this is the reason why I am extending this platform, because I want people, especially people that are interested in moving to Panama. There's a lot of Black Americans that want to move to Panama. There is Black people here in Panama called contrary to what you believe. Before we get into the next question, I'm going to go through some of the questions that people are asking for Dedica to answer. I heard
Yeah.
Panamanians value fulas, so blonde, light skinned women are placed on the pedestal.
Uh-huh. And that's something is so
The internet went out, so you just have to
yes.
repeat yourself because we didn't get to hear you regarding that.
Do you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Alejandro, yes, that's real. And we can see it
Mhm.
in these shows or the Miss Panama, Miss whatever.
Mhm. Mhm.
And there's a lot of beautiful black colonenses women in those um shows, and they don't put them on the spot because it's a business, because they think that putting beauty a beautiful face for them, because they don't realize that we black people are beautiful. We are really
Mhm.
beautiful. Our
Mhm.
skin are so beautiful, natural color. We don't need a lot of makeup to be so beautiful.
Mhm.
And they don't
Okay.
realize, given the opportunity to a black woman. Here in Panama, they will have it a problem with a girl from Colon, and she was going to represent Panama, and they take her out the show. So I don't understand why they have that kind of attitude with us. But it's something about business. It's all about the business, the sponsors. I've been years in this business, Shana, and I can tell you a lot of things, but I'm not gonna tell you now here because it's
Mhm.
a lot of
Mhm.
things so
Mhm.
heavy and delicate. But um, we are we have to stop, and the TV shows have to stop now. Now they stop it at a time, but now they started again putting black women's at the news to new in the news, or in TV shows, TV magazine show. They say, look, it says Panama doesn't even have that many fulas. Maybe that's why Panamanian men like them, because they are so rare. No, we have a lot of blonde women here, natural blonde women, because they came mix it with Spain's,
Mhm.
Italians, and Europe people that they came here in Panama from the time of the canal. So here we have
Mhm.
a colors here in Panama. There's a lot of blonde women here in Panama,
Mhm.
and blonde women doesn't mean um blonde women doesn't mean the color of them hair. It start with
Mhm.
the color of them eyes. Now
Mhm.
you can see how they mix it.
Mhm.
Past Saturday, I was doing some makeup for a wedding, and the mother of the ground, she's have gray eyes, dark hair, black hair, and she mixed it with Spain and Peruvians, but she's
Mm.
Panamanian.
So basically, what Dedica is trying to say, Deb, is that doesn't necessarily mean a fula is going to be blonde hair. It's if you are Caucasian or white. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Jen says that she's proud of you. Amazing Oski said, kudos to Dedica for taking the risk of opening her own makeup studio.
Thank
Um,
you, thank
Dev
you.
says the hardest part of keeping vanity in Panama for both men and women is weather. The sun and humidity will do terrible things to your skin. Seven Lady says, excuse me, what is a fula? So a fula, you want to tell her what a fula
A
is?
blonde woman. Yes, a
Right.
blonde woman,
Or light skin. Sometimes they call them, when you light
or light
skin.
skin, or green eyes woman.
Yes, yes. Morris Campbell says, hello, V girl. Hi, Morris Campbell.
Hello,
Amazing
mommy.
Aussie. Amazing Oski says, the slang Panamanian for blonde. Okay, fula is blonde. They're just explaining to her what fula is. Um, Morris Campbell says, this is how the locals calls blonde. Okay, he knows what that is. Let me go through the comments.
Blonded.
I don't want to miss anyone's comment because it's a lot. A black woman with straight hair is called kulisa in Panama
Oh,
also.
she's right. That's the way they call me, Kulisa.
Kulisa.
But why they call me Kulisa? Because I mix it. But at the end of the
Uh-huh.
story, I'm black.
So your mother is, so what are you? You're half black and half white?
Okay, my father have a mix. Wow, Jamaica with Italian.
Mm.
Yeah, he has this mix from Jamaica, Italy, and Colombia.
Wow.
And my mother is mixed with Barbados and Jamaica.
Wow. But at the end of the day, you're still a black woman, regardless of the
Yes,
texture
I'm
of your hair.
black.
But you see, I think the problem here is that people really have they think that when they call you negra or they call you black is an insult. Like one of the girls in the store, she said that she got into a fight with somebody because they called her negra, and I'm like, okay, so what if they call you negra? You're black. She's like, no, no, and I'm like, yes, yes. I don't know if it has to do with the way people portray things or how they make it seem. They make it seem like being black is a bad thing. But Dina
Yes,
Babes said, "Is
yes.
skin bleaching an issue in Panama? Is it an epidemic? Portions in some." Well, actually, people don't really bleach their skin in Panama. Unfortunately, the only people that I see
No.
that come in to buy bleaching cream are the Jamaicans that come from Jamaica. They are the ones that always come to bleach their skin, right?
Yes, yes.
Uh, let's see. Morris Campbell says, thanks. Panama has a lot of terms of all complexions of people. There is no skin bleach in Panama. People cannot afford that. See, this is the thing. I don't like when people say that, oh, in Panama, people can't afford certain things because you would be surprised about what people can afford. It's just that certain people can't afford certain things. But one thing about Panamanian people is if they want something, they're gonna find a way to get it, and they don't care how much it costs. If they really
Oh, yes.
want something, they are going to find the way to get it. From my experience, Dedica, what would you say
Oh,
about
yes.
that?
Oh,
They,
yes. They're gonna get it. They don't play no games when they want something.
No, they don't. And when it comes to belleza, when it comes to beauty and fashion, they are going to make sure that they get it done. Amazing Oski says, in other words, that magazine is still prejudiced, period. And it caters to Caucasian high class of Panama. Well, I don't wanna let's go check it out. Before we go in on them, right? Let's check it out because
Yeah.
like I said, I haven't been on that that page in a very very long time. So we're gonna go through the page. Let's see what they have. Well, they have Idris Elba on there, right? Um, okay, they have okay the cover of the magazine. I don't
But
see any
you
black.
can see this cover. This is a girl that she's in this girl. She's black.
Nadie, not
Yeah.
it. This one. Mhm.
Nadine. Uh-huh.
Uh huh. Um. So let's see. I mean, maybe they're getting better. Maybe they're
But it's not so
realizing.
often. It's not so often.
No, it's not. And it's really just black people from America, like pop culture news. There's nothing really in regards to like Panama. But one thing that I do notice, especially here in Panama, is like the music videos with a lot of the artists. The music videos never feature black women at all, ever. Okay, I maybe a sprinkle, but for the most part, I always see light skinned Spanish women or Latinas, what they would consider Latinas, I always see them in the music videos. And being as though you do makeup, why do you think that they only highlight light skinned Hispanic or Latin women?
That's a hard question. Listen, China. A lot of men's here in Panama is about the men's, okay? A lot of
Yes.
men's here in Panama. Um, Much of them they don't like dark skinned women.
Mhm.
Black men, especially, gonna tell you something that is very hard. You know where I'm coming from. You know where
I
I'm
said
coming.
it and I got cursed out. So
Oh no. Um, it's not. It's like 90% of black men like white women here in Panama.
mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
but if I travel to Turkey, to Chile, to Argentina, to Italy, Germany, I'm the sensation.
Mhm. Sensación.
It's just about the color. And now you say something about the videos, the music videos. Before they used to have black women's dancing,
Mhm.
it's too, but it's something about the production because they want like to make and it's something so strange. It's so rare. They wanted like to put Panama like international, but international what it is. That we don't
Mhm.
have black women. We have black women too, and they dance and they can dance.
Yes.
So if you go to a shampoo video, we're gonna put an example right here. A shampoo
I'm
video.
I'm so glad you're talking about this because I'm gonna piggyback off of you when you're done. So go ahead, girl. Tell it like it is. I'm just gonna listen.
If you go to a shampoo video, this is a lot of beautiful black women dancing. And I'm going down right now. I'm going to conscience. When you go and see a conscience video, this lot of black beautiful woman with their body shaking
Mhm.
is about them culture. They represent with the videos, they represent them culture.
Mhm. Mm-hmm.
But here, when they represent their culture,
Etnia negra.
and I'm not talking nothing wrong about that. They represent culture if you're gonna wear a pollera.
Mm.
Now
Mm.
you look so beautiful in pollera, and you can go in a video.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's we're going back again about the question that you asked me, why here in Panama, when you get in a store, you cannot find foundations for black women. We're going back again at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So if the guy that is singing the music here in Panama is dark, it want white people around, white girls around dancing, Latina women's dancing. Why, I don't know. It's like they always talk that it's something about the complexion and the combination of colors, and the it's so stupid.
This is what I want to
Is
say in regards
Ninoska
to that.
said, look
She
look
says
what
it,
Ninoska said, that is what
it's
sells.
what sells. But I want to say this. Good morning, everybody on Instagram. We're on YouTube. I do want to say this though. Unfortunately, for some reason, I get what she's saying that Latin women's is what sells. But here in Panama, people at one point people wanted to emulate Jamaican culture really, really badly, right? And in Jamaican culture, and still reggae is very popular here. It's very popular here in Panama. Reggae en español, which the Puerto Ricans took it and made it
Hmm.
reggaeton. Okay, someone's gonna
Yeah.
try to shoot me, but that's what it is. Um, that is black culture. Okay, reggaeton is from black culture. Reggae en español is from black culture.
And they
So
take
if
it from
you are
Panama. They take it from Panama.
exactly, exactly. So if you are emulating black culture, okay, because black culture is what sells, why are you putting women who are not part of the culture in music videos? It doesn't make any sense. Alexis S says black women rule the industry as buyers. Exactly. We set the standards and get copy. We need to keep our money within and reap our seeds. And I'm 100% in agreement with Alexis because
Alexis.
even
Yeah.
even before when I was saying in the last the live that I have women that come into the store and they want trenzas. Everybody wants trenzas, right? But they don't want the hair, the hard hair to do the trenzas, okay? They love to look like us. They love to like to have their hairstyles like us. But they really want to be us? They get the lip injections, the butt injections, the everything. Okay, they the braided hair because they feel like that's the style. But then we get basically it's like we get the door is shut on us. We don't have any opportunities, and that's the reason why I am so adamant about building this platform because I feel like I need to build this platform to give other um, Africans, Black Panamanians the opportunity to
Black
shine
Afro
because
Panamanian.
we don't Afro Panamanians they don't get that opportunity. They don't get that opportunity, and when they do get that opportunity, they only get recognized once they already made it, and I don't think that that's right. Joyce Joyce
And
Fogg says, "Hey,
listen, Chana. Uh-huh.
uh huh,
And
good."
listen, Chana. Now that I get in my business more,
Mm-hmm.
not so easy, because when they see me that I'm black, they say she just do makeup for black women. She don't do makeup for light skin.
Mm.
And I say no. It's not about being a black woman. I just do makeup for black woman. Please stop.
They want to limit you on what you can do.
And they do that a lot.
Very, very sad. Um,
And
mm-hmm.
they like to, if you have a lot of followers in your Instagram, no, you are in. You are the best. And
Mm-hmm.
then when
Mm-hmm.
they go and say the quality of the makeup, I have a lot of customers that come to me and say, no, it wasn't like I was thinking, I disappointed because my makeup was wow, 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 wow. And I say, wow, but it was your decision.
Because they overlooked you because they figure that you're black, that you are only capable of just doing black people makeup. You don't have the capability to doing more, and that's really really sad. Someone
I
says
said,
you have to
Maurice,
watch,
he says that you have to see the what? She says here you watch to see the videos of Italian Somali. There's a lot of dark women there.
but I do want to say something, okay? Because somebody said or
And
Kafu
Cafu too.
Bantan, but I
Yeah.
don't. Kafu Bantan's wife is not black, okay? So
I'm not even gonna mention nothing because I don't want no problem with nobody come and knock my door. So I'm
no,
gonna
nobody's
stay
not gonna knock on your
quiet.
door. I'm just saying. I'm telling it for you, okay? Yes, it's a difference if you are having representation and you're saying yes, okay, but then are you really living it? So it gets to a point where it's like, okay, are you really pro-black or are you just doing it because of really like the image? So I get what you're saying, what you're trying to say. The artists have to demand it. That's what Alexis says. Um, Castle Dragon 78 says,
Castle.
we already know. I'm going through the comments now, guys. So don't, if you commented, just give me a moment. I'm going through all of them. A lot of Colombians women love Panamanian negritos too.
Yes, and Venezuelan
Um,
people too. Girl.
I haven't seen any Venezuelans that actually like black women, and I feel like Venezuelans really stick to Venezolanos. They don't really mix outside. You may have an exception to the rule, but the ones that I know, they don't really um, date anybody else. Black women are buyers. Stop supporting the madness. Castle Dragon says, them black woman in Panama is beautiful. Dark, and medium or whatever, black is beautiful. Um,
Yes.
Alexis S says, black woman will make someone a star and won't demand our representation. I don't know what you mean, Alexis. Can you specify that? Morris Campbell says the first video from Renato. Yes, yes. No, I
La chica
love
de los ojos
Renato.
cafés. Yes.
I love
En Abocatón.
Renato.
The video was make it in Abocatón. It's
Uh
not
huh.
Bocor. Just all this Panamanian there is right now here in this stream. They're gonna understand what I try to say about Bocaton.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
He made a video there.
Let me tell you something about Renato. He is the most humblest, nicest person that you will ever meet. And I'm telling
Man,
you,
yes.
this man has a heart of gold. He is so humble. He is one of my customers and he always comes to the store and he's always very respectful. He's always very, very nice. Hopefully he's going to see this, okay? Shout out to Renato. I love him. He is super nice, guys. If you ever get a chance to meet him. In my opinion, it's like white women in Europe. They like dark-skinned men. Maybe it's because we are used to see black women. I have no idea, but I do want to say this. Next week's live, you don't want to miss that because we're going to have a male's perspective. So this is going to be really good for you
That's
guys.
beautiful.
GS says, I like all women. It doesn't matter what skin color, okay? Morris Campbell says, VGIRL is like a rock and roll back in the day. VGIRL is like rock and roll back in the day. They steal it and make it a profit. Pretty much. Jen says, they like our culture, but they don't like us. And I don't want I don't want anyone to feel like we're bashing white people because I have some
No,
followers
no.
that are white and they are super sweet and they are one of my biggest supporters. But we just talking about the issues that are here in Panama. And talking about these issues is a way that we can fix it, come up with a solution. Because there's no sense in just talking about something without having a solution. So I just wanted to point that out there. Morris Campbell said, I tell you something else. Most of the workers that built the canal were black. And if you see the museum that was created for them, it's a shame. Yes, okay. The museum is in Cinco de Mayo, for those of you who are interested in seeing it. It's very, very small. And even when you go to the other museum in Cosway, not Cosway, is it Cosway?
No, that's Miraflores.
Yes,
Miraflores. Uh-huh.
that museum, the history that they have is very limited on Black culture as well, considering that Black people played a major role here in Panama, unfortunately. But that's okay because my goal is to change that. Jen Williams says, "Thank you. Why are you thanking me?" Oh, okay. I get what you're trying to say. That girl on Kafu's latest video ain't Black, boo. Okay. V girl, you are moving the post. We are talking about Black woman in music video. Okay, I apologize, Morris. Renee all day said all light skinned Panamanian men only come from light skinned women. Panamanian. That's not true. Oh no, she's asking, are light skinned Panamanian men only coming for light skinned women Panamanian also? I think she's asking if light skinned men only want light skinned Panamanian women also. I know someone personally that they are Panamanian and light skinned and they also they're black, but they're light skinned and they
Yeah.
are with non black women to say the least. I don't know if you know
At the
anything
end of the
different.
story is how it's like there's a lot of colors in a palette, so you can choose what you like.
Mhm.
You can
Mhm.
choose what you like, but there is something important to all my black women, all
Mhm.
my black women. The way that you behave is important because you understand what I'm trying to say. What's my point
Mhm.
right now?
Mhm. Mhm.
It's not about where do you live.
Mhm.
You can live in the Chorrillo, in
Mhm.
Kurundu, in all these downtown places, these ghetto places. But the place is not gonna do you or raise you.
Mhm.
It's about the values that they teach you.
Mhm.
And we have to say something that is real. Shana, you have a
Mhm.
business with your mother,
Mhm.
and you know what kind of people sometimes get in your store.
Mhm. Mhm.
We are this is the reality.
Mhm.
And sometimes they don't behave with
Mhm.
education. They don't
Mhm.
approach to you with the right ways.
Mhm.
And there are there are some little bit details that make the big difference. Hello, good morning, good afternoon. Can you please help me with?
Mhm. Mhm.
No, I know that when they get to your store, oye, tú puedes atenderme, yo quiero tal
Mhm.
cosa.
Mhm. Mhm.
Y I can say that it's sad to know that they qualify us like we all with the
Are
same
the
kind of
same.
education or ways. We all black women, black men, we have culture, we have education, we have values. It's all about what do you want to be tomorrow.
Mhm.
It's just if you want to stay being como like my mother used to say, you want to tú quieres ser del montón
Mhm.
o tú quieres ser diferente,
If you want to be like everybody else or you want to be different, that's basically
different.
what it translates to.
And what I want to say different, educate. The education is not going to school. The education starts in your house. The way that you want the world see you.
Mhm.
How do you want to improve your image?
Mhm.
That is important.
And I think that you are 100% right, especially when it comes to that, because people view Black women as angry, disrespectful. They act too strong, too opinionated. We have too much opinions, right? So that's where Dedica is going with that. Just because there's a group of people that act a certain way, we shouldn't all be viewed as the same. And I'm going to share this story with you about something that happened to me while I was pregnant. And I haven't shared this story to anybody. Just the people who know. And this was coming from another Black woman, okay? And it was very hurtful because I'm like, Dad, girl, you Black just like me, and that's how you want to treat me. And I have so many other stories, but this particular one, so a customer came to the store and she wanted to buy some hair. So she didn't have that much money. And so the girls was helping her. She was in the store for about an hour. Now around this time, this was COVID time. And so COVID was like running rampant. Everybody had masks on, right? So when she was in the store, we told her, listen, make sure you know exactly what you want. And if you don't feel comfortable buying something, don't buy it, because we don't want you to regret it, because you cannot exchange it, right? Because there's COVID and you don't know how people were getting COVID. You don't know if you touch it, you don't know, period, right? So at the end, she bought a hair that was like $1.75, some cheap hair, and she bought like a couple of packs. So in total, it came up to $17 and something cents. Now, mind you, at this time, I probably was like 8 months pregnant, right? So 2 weeks later, she comes back without the receipt. She comes back and she's like, oh, that she doesn't want the hair anymore. She wants to change it. And this is the problem with Black people. We as Black people, we have this problem. And I'm going to tell you this. In Panama, okay, no one gives you back money anywhere, okay? There is a particular store, I'm not going to say what the store's name is because I don't want to give it propaganda, but this store is a store that the people that work there are all cholitas, okay, well, okay, I shouldn't have said that. They're all straight hair, light skin. They don't know nothing about Black hair, okay? So when you go into this particular store and you ask for something, no one's explaining anything to you because they don't know and they don't care, okay? The owner of the store, of this place, is Jewish, right? They buy Black things because at the end of the day, you are just a dollar sign to them, okay? They don't really care about you, okay? I try to make an experience when you guys come to my store, an experience. We explain things to you. We break it down. Sometimes we go over and beyond and open up YouTube videos to show you how to use certain products. You are not going to find that anywhere in Panama because no one's not doing that for you, okay? Unfortunately, I love Panama so much, but there's a problem with atención al cliente here,
Al
unfortunately.
cliente, the customer service, yes. Mm-hmm.
Is a problem. So anyway, so she comes back and she wants to change the hair. So I say to her, unfortunately, in a good way, unfortunately, I'm sorry, I can't exchange it because number one, you don't have the receipt. Number two, it's been past 2 weeks. Number three, we don't exchange hair. Number four, before you left, when you were in the store for over an hour, I told you that we weren't going to take it back. So if you weren't sure, don't buy it. Number five, the hair was on sale. So there was a list of things, okay? Anyway, she sat there for hours, not hours, but she kept on telling me, oh, she wants to exchange it, she wants to exchange it, she wants to exchange it, she wants to exchange it. So I'm telling her, no, joven, no podemos hacerlo, disculpa. I'm being so nice and so patient, okay? So nice and so patient with this woman. Do you know that this woman, Black woman just like me, turns to me and she has the hair in her hand like this, right? She said, te voy a tirar este cabello en tu fucking cara. Now, for those of you who don't know what that means, and I just said the F-bomb, which I shouldn't have said the F-bomb, but whatever. She said, oh, I'm going to take this hair and I'm going to throw it in your effing face. I am 8 months pregnant. She's a woman just like me and a Black woman just like me, right? And I lost it, okay? At that point, I forgot that I was pregnant. I forgot that I was a business owner. I forgot everything everything went out the way because now you are physically threatening me. And the reason why I'm bringing up this story is because these same people, Black people just like me, Black women just like me, will go to another store, okay, that's owned by non-black people and will not do this in their store. If they tell them no, we're not exchanging it, they're not exchanging it, and that's the end of the story. Okay? They're not gonna argue, they're not gonna fight, they're not gonna do anything. Until we as black people, and I'm not just saying this here in Panama, this is an issue globally with black people, because you have issues even in America with black people saying, oh, I don't buy stuff from black people because black people have bad customer service or XYZ, blah, blah, blah. The same respect that you're gonna give Alejandro, David, or whatever, the same respect that you're going to give those people, you have to give the same respect to a black woman or you're the same person. Why would you want to devalue black women? And that goes to the story that Dedica was saying, that how people limit her because of the color of her skin. And usually this comes from other black people. And unfortunately, as much as I love my people and I love being black, and I'm going to instill certain values in my children so that they are proud of who we are, it starts within. We have to respect ourselves as black people and respect other black people for other people to respect us. If we're not respecting ourselves and we're not giving respect to other black people, why in the world are other cultures going to respect us? And that is the reason why they will continue to look down on us. That is the reason why they won't respect us. The reason why they always put us at the bottom of the totem pole. I remember starting this YouTube channel, and I seen other people that are not black making videos, and not only black, they're not even Panamanian or don't even have any Panamanian history, making videos about Panama. And when I started making videos about Panama and my experience in Panama, being a Afro Panamanian American in Panama, people did not take me seriously, and they still don't take me seriously. They don't take me seriously because of the color of my skin. And I'm sorry, the people that support me, you guys support me. I love you guys very much, and I appreciate it. But the information that I give, this channel should have been on a whole nother level. And unfortunately, it's not, and that's okay. I just know that I have to work harder, okay? And I'm working harder to open up platforms for other Afro Panamanian people too. So I went on a whole tangent, but I hope you guys understood where I was coming from. But yeah, go ahead, Derika.
Yes. In that same line, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna share with you an experience that happens to me months ago. One of my customers, she came at my store and she said, "Well, I was talking with ex people, ex women. I know who is the girl, and she's gonna get married. She's she's black. She's black. They're both of them black, and she's gonna get married. And I told her that you can do her makeup, and the girl says, "Well, I do not like the way she do makeup because she make too much glow in the skin."
I love
And I
glow.
say, "Well, I'm gonna tell you something that we cannot put under the reality. Our natural skin is glow. That's don't matter how much makeup you put on top of that skin. We always going to glow up. Always.
I think that for some reason, and I thought honestly that this was just a problem in the U.S., but I feel like and I'm gonna say it's a deeper issue, and it definitely comes from slavery. A lot of us have that crab in the barrel mentality, right? We don't want to see someone else. We don't want to see another black woman win, or we don't want to see another black woman win. Or you want to see them, but you don't want to see them doing better than you. And I'm here to tell you that there is enough room for everybody, okay? One of the things that I realize here, especially when it comes to owning a business, let's say you, Dedica, you do makeup, right? And I'm looking at you and I'm seeing that Dedica is making, she's doing making money. All of a sudden, I'm gonna want to open up a makeup studio also, right? But not only am I gonna open up a makeup studio, also I'm gonna charge less than Dedica so I can take all her customers. And
That's
that
happening
brings me
very often.
to and that brings me to Asian people. In New York, there are beauty supply stores on every single corner. There are beauty supply stores one next to each other. And you know why everyone makes money? Because Asian people stick together, okay? If one Asian store is selling, let's say they're selling this cup for $5, the one next door is also going to sell it for $5. They're not going to
Yes.
try to sell it less than to try to cut this other person's throat. And I realize that that is a big issue here. Unfortunately, like I said, I love Panama, but it starts within us. We have to fix these things. We have to fix these things. So I feel like having
I'm
these
gonna
type
tell
of
you a story.
conversations. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm gonna tell you a story that's going the same, almost on the same line. People then ask me very often how much I charge for makeup when my makeups start from $45 up. And I always say, if we are two girls, how much you gonna charge me? I said the same. So, and um, that is very often, and I used to low down my prices because I needed a customers, and I stopped it. I stopped because
Don't do it.
don't never to anyone up there that doing business, never lower your prices, because that's the way to tell them that your quality is low and my quality is not low. It's not about having customer. It's about having giving you satisfies and quality.
Exactly. And Dedica's work is very, very good, guys. I'm telling you, her name on Instagram. Hold on, let me look for my. What's your Instagram? Because I don't know where my phone is. What's your Instagram? So you guys
My
can follow
makeup
her.
PTY. Yeah.
My makeup PTY, and she also has makeup brushes. She forgot to tell you guys that, so I'm gonna tell you. She has makeup brushes that are in stores in Panama. You can actually order it from her directly. You can follow her on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, I already tagged her so you guys can see. For those of you who are catching the back, well, you're not in the live, so you're going to watch the rerun. I'm actually going to link her Instagram in the description box so that you guys can just click on it and it'll take you directly to her Instagram page. She does beautiful work, okay? And I always say this, the underdog
Thank you.
always comes out on top, guys, okay? So anybody out there
Thank you.
that's trying to start a business and you feel defeated and you feel like you're not getting the attention, just know that it's better to have slow success than fast success, because fast success does not last very long, okay? Just to put that out there. Um, what um, Amazing Oski says, by lowering your prices, you are lowering your skills. Exactly. And
Yes.
you use,
Thank you. Yes.
yes,
And I
you
stop
have
it.
to pay. Don't do that. Don't ever do that, because you know what? People are
No.
actually there. You're gonna find your market, okay? Because let me tell you, the girl who does my nails, she's not cheap, and she's always full. Okay, she doesn't charge $10 and $12 to get you to do your nails, but it's all about finding your market and the people that are going to pay those prices. So the people that aren't willing to pay those prices, you don't want them as a customer anyway. And I've learned that also. Listen, I've had customers that come up like, oh, I'm going to go to this other place. Bye. But guess what? Here, we explain the product to you. We tell you how to use it. When you go to the other place, they're not going to tell you nothing. Okay? Nothing. Girl, you are preaching the truth tonight. This is why I love your channel. Thank you so much, Renee. And thank you for being a member, because I can tell that you are a member. She joined the membership tab. Guys, another thing that I want to tell you is if you to go on the mailing list, go to www. I'm going to put it in the tab, the V Monroe Collections.com, and sign up on the mailing list so that every time we go live, because I know YouTube is not sending out alerts when I go live, okay? If you go and join the members list, not the members list, I'm sorry, I don't even know what I'm talking about. If you go on and sign up on the email, I can send you guys when we go live. I actually want to share next week's live with you because I'm telling you guys, you do not want to miss this one. This is going to be really, really good. This is next week's live, his story, the black man in Panama. Okay, this is gonna be a really, really, really good live. This one was amazing. Dedica, thank you so much for tuning in. Is there anything that you wanna plug in?
No, I want to say thank you for
What,
this
girl?
invitation.
You make me cry.
Thank you. You are very, very, wow, you're very kind. You have a sweetness in your heart. You're trying to help this black community. You're trying to heal our black community that we are enterprise, we are in business, and
Hmm.
that's nice. I want to say
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much.
And my English is not so good, so this is was like
Shh. She told me, she said, oh, my English is not too good. I said, entonces te toca, porque cuando yo tengo que hablar español y todo el mundo sabe que mi español es whatever, tengo que hacerlo. Entonces te toca hablar inglés. So she knows. I told
I
her,
try to do my best.
you did
So
good.
to
You did
everyone,
wonderful.
thank you, Oscar, Oscar, thank you. And I want to say thank you for this interview. If you need me again, I'm gonna be here, always here for you. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. Thank you. And I love you. And I hope that we could do something else because I do want to do some other things, but we'll talk about it off of this or
Yep.
whatever.
Okay.
But
Perfect.
guys, I'm gonna put up the flyer for next week again because they had this thing over it so you can't see. But this is next week's live, his story. Wow, the black man in Panama. As you can see, he has dreads, so he's gonna give you his side of how it is to be a black man and his struggles that he's dealt with as a Panamanian local and black with dreadlocks, which is a big thing. Okay. So that's that. If you guys signed up for my membership, you guys already know that I have already scheduled like 3 other lives, and I'm telling you, you don't want to miss these lives, guys, because I'm telling you, I want to give you guys a sneak peek on who's coming up, not this week, but the following week, the 27th. I want to give you guys the heads up, but I don't want to say it all, but I'm going to give you a hint, okay? I'm going to give you a hint. I have I have a political person from Cologne coming on the channel, coming on the live. So for those of you who want to know the
Wow.
truth about Cologne and why Cologne is in the status that is in, and what is happening in Cologne and how we're going to make Cologne better, you don't want to miss that live. If you are a member, okay, and you already joined the membership, you have already saw the flyer. But I am so excited for that live. I'm also excited for the live that's coming next week with Nibby. When you say political, does it work for the guy? I can't tell you all of it. I can't give you all the information. You have to wait. Unless you are a member, it's already there. If you're not a member, you just gotta wait until the day comes and when I put out the flyer. But the people that are members, they already
I
got
give
the
you
information
and I
already.
can give you yeah, I can give you an idea that you can make a live about the Afro Panamanian kids
Yes,
in school.
we could. we're gonna get there. We have a lot, guys. When I tell you I have sat down and I have organized and I have everything together, you guys are gonna be proud of me, okay? You're gonna be proud of me. And then we're gonna get Jen back in again to discuss her experience as a Black woman. The audio was off, but we're gonna get her on here again. But yes, guys, you don't want to miss it. So I love you guys. Thank you so much, Dedica. I appreciate you. I appreciate all my subscribers. Make sure you guys go and follow Dedica on Instagram. I'm going to leave the link in the description box once this live ends. And you don't want to miss the rest of the lives, guys, because I'm telling you, it's going to be tea sipping, okay? Jaw-dropping information, educational gems, so much information, especially for people of color and the people of Cologne. You know, I have a soft heart for Cologne because that's where I grew up and that's where my family is from. So see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys.